Hi, I'm Kristen, and for about the last 6 years, I've been challenging and questioning pain and suffering around finances and its role in survival. Back at the end of 2018, I had walked away from my job at Tesla to only trust my intuition with this fierce curiosity that intuitively there just wasn't something right about how the world works. And with this intuitive curiosity, if it didn't work the way it always has worked, what would it look like? And I had this innate drive to find out. Now, with any emotional trauma, the way to remedy it is you process through these emotions incrementally and to heal them. However, with money, we're taught to budget or save, sacrifice to keep our finances secure. However, in those moments, we reach to coping mechanisms. And what I've learned is our nervous system, when it comes to money, really doesn't allow for that time to fully process that pain and suffering, but instead push us to take action that may continue our suffering, perhaps in a different way. And as the world is shifting rapidly with the rise of tech and automation, there could be a potential reality where many people's survival can be ripped away from them, and how they know how to survive in the world be ripped away. Now, as humans, we are resilient, so no matter what happens, from my experiences, we'll always be okay. And in finding solutions, I wanted to challenge the foundation of what the financial institutions have been built upon. Because during this work of completely trusting my intuition and this passion to know why the world works the way it does, I had to take tremendous risk. Tremendous risk, constantly risking losing everything, to the point of homelessness and living in my car, because I knew there was something deeper. And instead of remedying my financial circumstances, my gut feeling was to feel through every feeling, fear, terrifying uncertainty, and anxiety before ever taking action to remedy it. And the more I did that, the more I was recognizing I was processing out that pain and suffering, because similar financial experiences would occur, but my pain and suffering around them would shift. And this was my passion, this was my drive. So how do you tell someone to be successful when their passion is to constantly drive their finances into the ground to see how resilient we are as a species? Now, I remember at my darkest time, because this was a very confusing time, I was terrified, I was scared, I was constantly living in uncertainty. I had no idea how my needs would show up. I had no idea what would happen because I was not actively participating in how the world works. Now, I was still paying taxes. I wasn't that removed. However, my financial income was unstable for a reason. And at any point I could have gotten a job, and I did go get a job for about a year, and that taught me a lot about different aspects of survival as well, going back from what I had learned. However, afterwards, I still continued to run my finances to the ground. because I needed to know what was on the other side of that veil of pain and suffering around money and how it's tied to survival. And I remember in my darkest times during this process over the last 6 years, I looked up and I just said, I cannot survive in this world. I don't know how to survive in this world. And it was in that moment where I had this intuitive nudge that I'm not supposed to survive this world. I'm supposed to live mine. And it was in that moment where I got this calming reassurance that no matter what happened, I would always be okay. And after that moment, I got angry, so angry, because I saw how my nervous system wanted to unalive me before being able to trust myself and in my ability to survive in this world, despite it saying I can't. And what was really interesting is during this time, you kind of learn how the cake was made. And over that time, it was learning all the different behaviors, how my nervous system was responding in these different financial circumstances and how they no longer responded the same way as they did before. And it was terrifying learning to live in a very different way than how the world works. And my mission, I call it a mission because I never gave up. No matter how hard it was, I knew it was for something bigger. And it was not to lose myself and sacrifice myself on money's behalf, but to learn its role in my autonomy that complements my ability to survive. So albeit things may seem dismal, you're a lot more powerful within yourself than you know. And if you want more content, I'm going to be sharing a lot more of my story, a lot more of what I learned, and provide different resources to help you through any financial uncertainty, scarcity during this time. All right, thanks for watching. Take care.